Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda
Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Now we'll be chanting the Shiva Mula Mantra 11 times internally. Om Ham Ham Shivaya Namaha. 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 Now let's enter into the Tattvachanam, the ritualistic cleansing. Make your hands in Gokarna Mudra. Hands. Place one udhani of water in your hands, and as you hear the word Sada, dip the water on the base of the thumb. Om Atudattam Swadhyami Sada. Om Vidyadattam Swadhyami Sada. Om Shivadattam Swadhyami Sada. Wash your hands with the base of the thumb, with base of the palm. Wipe the upper lip and the lower lip. Om Ham Hridaya Namaha. Wash your hands again with the index finger, middle finger, and thumb, ring finger. Touch your upper lip and the lower lip. Wash your hands again with index finger and the thumb. Touch your right nostril, left nostril. With the ring finger and the thumb, touch your right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear. Wash your hands again. With the little finger and the thumb touching navel center, right chest, left chest. With all the fingertips together, touch the crown of the head, right shoulder, left shoulder, and the heart center. Wash your hands again. Now we'll be entering into the conscious resolution, manifesting the sankalpa you want to manifest. So clasp your hands and place it on the right thigh. Om Mama Pata Samasta Duritashaya Dwara Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartham Cha Adya Purvokta Evam Guna Visheshena Vasishtayam Asyam Subhatidav पूर्णारोग्ययुक्त दृगात योगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थम परम शिव शक्ति आविष्करणार्थम नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासम करिष्ये. Wash your hands again. Om Abhavrisya. Now keep your Panchavatrama aside as we get ready for the asana sequence for today.
Yes. So let's continue from where we left yesterday. Today, the first asana for today is the Asana 2. In this asana, sit with your from the seated position. Bend both the knees towards your chest and keep the feet flat on the floor. Place the palms gently on the knees and your spine lifted, chest open. Align your hips and knees evenly and hold with ease. Visualize yourself seated upon a radiant platform of golden light, steady and luminous. Breathe in Apakarshaka Kumbhaka. Partially close the nose while performing inhalation and exhalation. Engage the Mulabandha. Gaze to the nose. Chanting Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ashanastena Padauto. Yasyato Bhutale Samo. Januhaye Hastatalam. Krithva Pithasanam Bhavet. Next we'll be moving on to the Kanakai asana. This asana, start on your toes, knees, raise the knees off the ground and keep sitting bones on your back heels. Wrap your arms around your back and palms facing outwards. Bring your forehead down towards the ground, keeping your spine long and breathe steady for stability. Visualize yourself as a raw material in defining fire. Breathe in Apakarshaka Kumbhaka. Engage the Jalandhara Bandha at your chin to the chest without straining the neck. Gaze downwards, chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Kanakaya Sanam. Next is Dharma Asana. In this asana, start seated and bring the knees together, bending them to draw heels close to the perineum. Cross the arms on top of the legs and hold opposite arms. Keep the heels flat on the ground and pull your chest to the knees as you gaze towards the nose. Visualize yourself as a humble craftsman, hands roughened by honest toil. Breathe in upper Kumbhaka. Engage the Jalandhara Bandha. Gaze to the nose, chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Charmagosvavasinaasanam. Next is Grantihara asana. This asana, be seated with your feet flat on the ground in front of you and your knees together. Wrap your arms around your knees, drawing them in towards your chest. Lift your feet off the ground and allow them to flare out to the sides wider than the shoulder width while keeping the knees firmly together. Engage your core and maintain steady breath as you balance and hold the posture with control and stability. Visualize long standing knots, emotional, mental, and habitual, loosening from the inside, not forced but clearly understood. Breathe in Avakarshaka Kumbhaka. Engage the Mula Bandha. Gaze to the nose while chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Grantihara Sanam. Next, we'll be moving on to the Vakra Surasana Purvangam. Now be seated with your knees bent and slide your feet towards your groin. Twist your upper body to one side and clasp your hands behind your back, straightening your arms And lift your chest as you draw your shoulders blades together, keeping your sitting bones grounded and spine straight as you twist your neck and gaze over the open shoulder. Visualize yourself as a sleek, sharp, curved knife, elegant and purposeful. Breathing up, Akasha Kumbhaka. Engage the Mulabandha. Engage to the side. Om and chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. अभ्यास तो पुराखे दक्षिणा कक्ष वामगुणो वितराम्यसे वेष्ट वेष्टनकौ तलयुक्तः पिण्डं वामाभिमुखं परावर्तयेत्. Next, we'll be moving on to the Akrakshurasana on the other side. Akrakshurasana. Now bend your left foot and place it over your right thigh. Hook your right arm around the front of the right knee. Reaching your back, grasp your left wrist firmly to secure the bind. Twist your torso sharply to the left, like a dagger being drawn from its sheath. Visualize yourself as a radiant curved knife, gleaming with fierce compassion and divine power. Hold the Vaishnavi Mudra. Hold outer vision steady without blinking, while awareness remains inwards and absorb. Breathe in Navakrisha Kumbhaka. Engage the Mulabandha. Gaze forward and chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vamam Padam Akuncha Dakshinoroopari Sthapayet Dakshinabhujena Janum Purastad Sushtato Vestayet. Next is the Vakrakshurasana Uttarangam. Now place your right foot over the left thigh, bending the knee outwards. Press your right armpit firmly against the left knee, creating a secure hook. Rotate your torso to the left, using this bind to deepen the twist. Hold here to establish the foundation for controlled breathing, then release and repeat on the opposite side. Visualize yourself wielding the curved knife with increasing skill and grace. Hold the Vaishnavi Mudra. Hold the outer vision steady without blinking, while awareness remains inwards and absorbed. Breathe in Abhakasha Kumbhaka. Engage the Mulabandha. Gaze towards the side. Chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Dakshinam Padamakuncha Vamorupari Sthapayet Dakshina Rakshaya Vama Janum Drudam Sama Drunyat. Next, we'll be moving on to the Marajidasana. Visualize long hold knots in the body. As you're seated with your spine upright and hips grounded, place your left foot onto your right hip, allowing the knee to relax downward. Bring your right foot flat on the ground outside of your left knee for stability. Bring your hands together in Namaskara Mudra in front of your chest, keeping your shoulders relaxed and breathe steady as you hold the posture. Visualize long held knots in the body and mind loosening one by one, as if tangled cords are being patiently worked free rather than forced apart. Keep your hands in Namaskara Mudra. Breathe in Apakasha Kumbhaka. Engage the Mula Bandha. Gaze forward while chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Marajidasanam. Which will be moving on to the Kakshasana. Now from a seated position, bend one knee, place the foot flat on the ground, draw the opposite foot up towards you, and press it firmly into the armpit of the same side. Engage your core to maintain stability as you hold the foot in place with arm pressure. Square your shoulders and extend your hands straight out over the respective knees in Bindu Mudra. Straightening the opposite hand over the top of the other knee, out and wide. Visualize your armpit as a sacred hidden chamber within your body, a warm vital space. Hold the Bindu Mudra, touching the index and thumb together. Breathe in Apakasha Kumbhaka, engage the Mula Bandha, gaze to the side, and chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vedasanam tu vijneyam kakshāsanam atah param. Grīvāsanam ca paramam bhujasanam ihocchate. Next is the Vakrakshurasana Purvangam on the opposite side. So now we are repeating the sequence on the opposite side. Now, being seated with your knees bent and slide your feet towards your groin. Twist your upper body to one side and clasp your hands behind your back, straightening your arms and lift your chest as you draw your shoulders blade together. Keep your sitting bones grounded and spine tall as you twist your neck and gaze over the open shoulder. Visualize yourself as a slate sharp curved knife, elegant and purposeful. Hold the Vaishnavi Mudra, breathing Apakasha Kumbhaka. Engage the Mula Bandha, gaze to the side and chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Abhyase Tutsurakhe दक्षिणकक्ष वामजानु itaram yaset. Next is Vakrakshurasana on the opposite side. Now bend your right foot and place it over your left thigh. Hook your left arm around the front of your left knee, reaching behind your back. Grasp your right wrist firmly to secure the bind. Twist your torso sharply to the right, like a dagger being drawn from its sheath. Visualize yourself as a radiant curved knife, gleaming with fierce compassion and divine power. Hold the Vaishnavi Mudra, breathe the Apagahara Kumbhaka, engage the Mula Bandha, gaze forward, and chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vamam Padama Kuncha, Dakshino Sthapaye, Dakshina Bhujena Janam, Purastad, Pushtato Vestaye. Next is the Vakrakshurasana, Uttarangam on the opposite side. Now place your left foot over the right thigh, bending the knee outward. Press your left armpit firmly against the right knee, creating a secure hook. Rotate your torso to the right, using this bind to deepen the twist. Hold here to establish the foundation for controlled breathing, then release. Repeat on the opposite side. Visualize yourself wielding the curved knife with increasing skill and grace. Hold the Vaishnavi Mudra. Breathe in Apagahara Kumbhaka. Engage the Mula Bandha. Gaze to the side. Chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Dakshinam Padamakuncha Vamorupari Sthapaye. Dakshinakakshaya Vamajanam Dridam Samaganyat. Next is a Maharajidasana on the opposite side. Now start seated with your spine upright and hips rounded. Place your right foot on your left hip. Allow your knee to relax downward. Bring your left foot flat on the ground outside of your right knee for stability. Bring your hands together in Namaskara Mudra in front of your chest, keeping your shoulders relaxed and breathe steady as you hold the posture. Visualize you have conquered the death itself, the fear of loss, change, and impermanence, losing its grip. Breathe in Pragasha Kumbhaka, engage in Mula Bandha, gaze forward, and chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Tatha Maharajidasanam. Next is a Kakshasanam on the opposite side. Now from a seated position, bend one knee, place the foot flat on the ground, draw the opposite foot up towards you and press it firmly into the armpit of the same side. Engage your core to maintain stability as you hold the foot in place with arm pressure. Square your shoulders and extend the right hand straight out over the respective knees in Bindu Mudra, straightening the opposite hand over top of the other knee out wide. Visualize your armpit as a sacred hidden chamber within your body, warm vital space. Hold your hands in Bindu Mudra. Breathe in Apagachara Kumbhaka. Engage the Mula Bandha. Gaze to the side and chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Veerasanam tu Vijneyam Kakshasanam Param. Grivachanam Saparamam. Bhujasanam Ihochate. Next is a Gorakshasana 3. Now, from a seated position, bring the soles of your feet together in front. Pull your heels upwards towards you and rotate the balls of the feet and toes onto the ground. Keep the knees wide on the grounded and cross your hands in front of you, holding onto the opposite heels. Keep your spine straight and gaze up towards your third eye. Visualize the sage Goraksha as a radiant beacon of wisdom and spiritual power. Hold the Vaishnavi Mudra. Engage the Mula Bandha. Breathe in Apakarsha Kumbhaka. Gaze to the third eye and chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Kavandasana Nityapuhu Gorakshasana Nevacha. Angushtamushtikam Nyeyam Brahmaprasaditam Tata. Next is the Chanderi Asana. In Chanderi Asana, start seated and extend both your legs straight out in front of you. Keep your spine straight and chest upright. Bring your right hand to your nose and seal the nostrils, one side at a time, with thumb and ring finger. For an Adishodhana pranayama, inhale left and exhale right. Inhale right and exhale left, maintaining the smooth breath flow. See two subtle streams of breath flowing along either side of the spine, alternating in dominance yet equal in strength. Breathe in Adishodhana Kumbhaka. So close your right nostril with thumb. Inhale left slowly. Hold as long as comfortable. And then exhale right side slowly. Inhale and exhale right nostril gently without pause. And repeat that smoothly on the other side. Gaze the Mula Bandha, gaze forward and chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Chanderiyasanam. Next is the Urupashvasana. Now start kneeling upright with your heels drawn in close to your buttocks and your weight grounded through your shins. Lengthen your spine as you lift your chest and relax your shoulders. Bring your hands together in Namaskar Mudra in front of your chest, maintaining your steady gaze forward. Keep your breath smooth and body centered as you hold the posture with stability. In these, visualize the hip joints as strong, well-oiled hinges, stable yet capable of smooth, controlled movement in any direction. Breathe in Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply and hold your breath while withdrawing the senses. Bring your attention inwards as you hold as long as comfortable, and then exhale slowly and then repeat. Engage the Mula Bandha, gaze forward and chanting Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Urupashvasanam. Next is the Dvipada Pashvasana. Now start balancing on your knees with your spine tall and your core gently engaged. Rotate each knee inwards, drawing the sole of each foot up towards the inner groin. The outside edges of the feet press against the upper hips. Keep your weight centered to the knees as you stabilize the posture. Bring your hands together in front of your chest in Namaskara Mudra. Maintain your steady breath and focused awareness as you balance in this intense knee flexibility position. Visualize your foundation narrowing without losing the balance, as if strength is being refined rather than spread wide. Breathing Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply and hold your breath wide, drawing the senses. Bring your attention inwards as long as you hold and exhale slowly and repeat. Engage the Mula Bandha, gaze forward and chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Dvipadapashvasanam. Next we'll be moving on to the Vicharanathasana. Now start seated on your knees and pull one foot back into the armpit of the respective arm. Repeat with the opposite legs into its armpits. Place the feet to the sides of your body with your arms. Keep your chest upright and spine elongated. Visualize movement turning inward, body asking a wordless question. Breathe in Pratyahara Kumbhaka, engage the Mula Bandha, gaze Chiradade, while chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. So take every time to practice this asana a few minutes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om
Now we'll be moving on to the next asana, which is Achali Asana. Now sit with your cross-leg posture, feet on opposite knees. Repeat with the opposite leg similar to Padmasana. Cross the arms in front of your chest and hold on to the opposite elbows. Keep your spine straight and gaze to your nose. Visualize seated at the unmoving center of the intersecting currents. Breathe in Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Engage the Mula Bandha. Gaze to the nose while chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Achaliyasanam. Next is a Shuddhasana. Now being seated in the same position. Bring your hands on top of your respective knees in Bindu Mudra. Engage the Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself seated, settled in unwavering stability, deeply supported by the steady presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Breathe in Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Gaze to the nose and chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Dakshapadam cha vamormule Vinyasa Padam Dakshorumula Hitathatam Talpayet Shuddhasanam. Next is Siddhasana 5. Being in the same cross-leg position, put on the opposite knees. Placing each foot on the opposite thighs in Padmasana. Keep your spine straight as you slide your hands beneath the respective thighs with the palms flat on the ground, allowing the thighs to rest on the back of your hands. Keeping your chest open and get steady as you hold this posture, stability and calm focus. Visualize yourself established in completion, as if nothing more needs to be fixed, proven, or attained. Hold the Vaishnavi Mudra. Breathe in Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply and hold your breath while withdrawing senses. Bring your attention inwards as you hold as long as comfortable. Exhale slowly and then repeat. Engage the Mula Bandha. Gaze forward and chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Siddhasanam Pancha. Next we'll be moving on to the Vayudharasana. From a seated position, placing each foot on the opposite thighs in Padmasana. Rest your hands on the respective knees. Consciously direct the prana downward and pull the Apana Vayu upwards, allowing them to merge at the navel center. Visualize a timeless pause where the breath is held suspended in serene balance. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra. Breathe in Prakriti Kumbhaka, sucking the air with a loud va sound and holding it is known as a Prakriti Kumbhaka. Engage the Uddiyana Bandha, Tuck your stomach in and up. Gaze to the nose and chanting japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vayudha Narasanam Nama Padmasanastha Pranam Adho Nyayan Apanam Urdhva Krutva Vayun Dharayan Tishtet. Next we'll be moving on to the Nidhyasana. Being seated in the same position. Rest your hands on the opposite knees. Inhale deeply and tuck your chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha and internalize the primordial sound Om. Visualize a protective gateway with your throat, sealing the luminous energy guarding the spiritual center. Breathe in Prakriti Kumbhaka, sucking the air with a loud Wa sound, and holding it is known as Prakriti Kumbhaka. Engage the Jalandhara Bandha, tuck your chin to the chest, gaze to the nose, and chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Udhaya Paniryutmam Janvor Adhaya Atiprishtasthame Kritva Hastena Nabhim Thapya Pritanya Balena Darshitena. Next is Samyukta Padmasana. Now being seated in the Padmasana, release both the hands behind your back, grasping the big toes of each foot with the corresponding hand. Lift your chest up, roll your shoulders back, and press your shoulder blades together as you straighten your arms. Visualize two lotus flowers whose stem intertwine gracefully, respecting your Kundalini Shakti, twisting and raising up the spine. Hold the Kechari Mudra, turn the tongue gently back and upward into the hollow of the mouth. Breathe in Santa Kumbhaka. Inhale and visualize the pranavayu being inside and outside of the body. Inhale. Hold the Mula Bandha. Gaze to the nose and chanting Visapa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Padmasam Yogasana Astayorbhyam Samudam Padam Yojaged. Next is the Uttita Padmasana. Now being seated in the Padmasana. Inhale and press your hands down on the ground beside you, lifting your hips off the floor as you gaze straight ahead. Visualize yourself as a lotus flower emerging from muddy waters. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra. Breathe in Kevala Kumbhaka. Allow the breath to pass naturally. Observe without forcing, maintaining relaxed awareness. Let the normal breathing resume. Engage the Mula Bandha. Gaze forward while chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Padmasanastha Karatalabhyam Bhumin Samalambhya Utthapya Shariram Urdhvam Uttita Padmasanam Viduhu. Latita Padmasana. The next will be moving on. Now from the same seated position of Padmasana, reach both the hands together through the gaps of your groin and legs, pressing the palms firmly into the ground between them. Shift your weight onto the arms and lift the body off the ground. Visualize a suspended lotus flower floating above all the attachments, pure and elevated. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, deepening Kevala Kumbhaka, and gaze the Mula Bandha, gaze forward, and chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Utthita-kamalasana-hastayoh guhe sthapya padmayagam ukshipya cha. Complete a Padmasana. So the next asana will be looking. Now, being in the Padmasana, clench your hands into fists and press your knuckles down on the ground beside you, lifting your hips off the floor as you gaze down towards the ground in front of you. Visualize the lotus gently swinging back and forth, balanced yet in rhythmic motion. Breathe in Kevala Kumbhaka, engage the Mula Bandha, gaze to the nose, and chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Kampana Kamalasana Hastaprishthe Mukthisthapanam Kurvita Padayudmam Ukshipya cha. Next is the Kukkutasana 3. From the seated position of Padmasana, reach both the hands to the legs and press your palms firmly into the ground between them. Lift your weight on to the arms and lift the body upward. Engage the core to remain balanced and upright. Visualize yourself as a profound and alert rooster, standing strong and unwavering with mental steadiness. Breathe in Kevala Kumbhaka, engage the Mula Bandha, gaze to the nose, and chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Urumuladvayam Vidya Granagre Tapayedrishau Kukkuta Asana Netatvai Manashasthaya Karanam. Next is the Jalandharasana. Now from the seated position of the Padmasana, place your hands between the gap into the calves and thighs. Press your hands down onto the ground, lifting your body off the floor in balance as you gaze forward. Visualize yourself lifting cleanly from the ground. Feel effort collecting upward and then pausing at the throat. Breathe in Kevala Kumbhaka. Engage the Jalandhara Bandha. Tuck your chin to the chest without straining the neck. Gaze forward in front of you. Gaze onto the ground. Breathe in and chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Jalandharasanam. Next, we move on to the Bandhacholi Kukkutasana. Now, from the seated position in Padmasana, inhale and press your hands down onto the ground in front of you, lifting your hips off the floor and bringing your knees all the way up, resting on the back of your straightened arms. Let your hips rise higher than the shoulders, keeping your back slightly angled as you gaze towards the ground in front of you. Maintain your balance on the two hands. Embody the proud wisdom quality, confident, vigilant, and bold in spirit. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra. Breathe in Kevala Kumbhaka. Engage the Mula Bandha. Gaze onto the ground in front of you. Chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Panchacholi Kukkutam cha Ekapada Kukkutam Akaritam Bandhacholi Pashakukkutameva cha. Next is the Padma Sarpasana. Now in Padma Sarpasana, being in the Padmasana, inhale and press your hands on the ground in front of you, lifting your hips off the floor, bringing the knees all the way up, resting them on the back of your straightened arms. Keep your back parallel to the ground and gazing directly down as you maintain your balance on the hands. Visualize a coiled serpent resting at the base of your spine, embodying the dormant power of Kundalini Shakti. Hold the Bhujangani Mudra. Open the mouth wide and subtly draw the prana inward. Feeling energy rise like a serpent. Breathe in Kevala Kumbhaka. Allow the breath to pause naturally. Observe without forcing. Engage the Mula Bandha. Gaze to the ground in front of you and chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Panchachuli Kukkutam cha Ekapada Kukkutam Akaritam Bandhachuli Pashrakukkutameva cha. Next is Pashrakukkutasana. Now, from the Padmasana, inhale and press your hands down onto the ground in front of you, lifting your hips off the floor and bringing the knees all the way up, resting them on the back of your straightened arms. From here, rotate your knees to the right thigh, rest on the left arm alone, gazing towards the ground in front of you. Maintain your balance on the two hands and the weight on the left hand. Visualize a rooster standing alert on one leg, body turned to the side with a vigilant gaze. Breathe in Kevala Kumbhaka, engage in Mulabandha, gaze in front, gaze to the ground in front of you. Chanting the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Panchacholi Kukutancha Ekapata Kukutam Akaritam Bandhacholi Pasha Kukutam Evacha. We should be repeating the Pasha Kukutasana on the other side. Now it's the same similar asana, you just rotate your knees onto the right thigh. Rotate your knees so that the right thigh rests on the left arm alone. Gaze towards the ground in front of you. So as you lift your hips off the floor, bring the knees up to the back of your straightened arms and rotate your right thigh. Rest on the left arm alone. Maintain the balance on the hands and the weight on the left hand. Visualize the rooster standing alert on one leg, body turned to the side with a vigilant gaze. Breathe in Kevala Kumbhaka, engage the Mulabandha, gaze to the ground in front of you while chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Now take some time and practice this asana for a few minutes.
Ananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
You can take the support of the partner or the wall to do this asana. Now let's move on to the next asana. Which is the Simhasana 4. So from the seated position of Padmasana, place both your hands on the ground in front of you. Raise onto your knees and then gently bring the groin down onto the ground, resting your knees and thighs down with the hands planted and arms straight. Open your chest and tilt your head back, holding a static position. Visualize yourself seated with the fierce, majestic presence of a lion, radiating courage, authority, and real confidence. Hold the Bhujangani Mudra, open the mouth wide, and subtly draw the prana inward, feeling the right energy rise like a serpent. Now breathe in Antaranga Kumbhaka. Quickly and forcefully inhale through the nose and hold the breath for a short while, and then slowly release through the nose. Engage the Mula Bandha. gaze to the ground, gaze up, and chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Agrasanam cha prathamam Pashwadhasanamapyadham Madhyasanam tadaivanyat Simhasanam apuchyate. Next is Padma Sarpasana Purvanga. Now from the same Padmasana, place both your hands on the ground in front of you, raise onto your knees, and then gently bring your groin down on the ground, resting your chest all the way down. Bring your hands to your back and place the palms together in Anjali Mudra. Lift your head and chest up as you gaze towards the third eye. Visualize a graceful snake coiling around the radiant lotus. Hold up Janmini Mudra. Breathe in Kevala Kumbhaka. Allow the breath to pass naturally. Observe without forcing. Maintain the relaxed awareness. Engage the Mulabandha. Gaze to the third eye as while chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Now next is the Pralangulasana. Now from the seated position of Padmasana, lean back onto your elbows and place your palms facing upwards on your sitting bones. As you raise the knees towards the sky, keep your gaze straight to your knees. As your wrist tilted back and chest open, visualize yourself as a perfectly balanced scale, evenly poised between the opposite energies. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra. Breathe in Kevala Kumbhaka. Engage the Mulabandha. Gaze forward while chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Prolangulasanam nama panibhyam padayor gृहीत्वा उत्थाप्य शरीरं समं तोलयत् अंगुलीवतुलम्. Next is the Vakra Padmasana. Now, as you seated in the Padmasana, lean onto your back, lean onto your elbows, and then place your upper back and crown of your head onto the ground. As you arch your back, while in this supine position, reach and hold your respective feet and keeping your chest raised. Visualize the lotus arching upwards, petals opening strong and resilient. Feel your spine arch open, absorbing the prana upward from the base to the core, the crown. Hold in the prana mudra. Breathe in Kevala Kumbhaka. Engage the Mulabandha. Gaze to the sky. And chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Archita Kamalasanam Padap Pranatayo Grivanam Kurvitam Prishtabhyam Avakurvita Virolaleta Kritin Yachet. Next is the Parshvadanasana. Parshvadasana. Now, from the same position, just leave your hands on the feet and then place your entire back on the ground, avoiding any arch in your back. While in this supine position, reach and support your head above with one arm crossed and opposite, extend straight above. Visualize an axe suspended in space, slicing through the obstacles beside your body. As you stretch your side, imagine it clearing karma tension along the ribs. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, breathe in Kevala Kumbhaka, engage the Mulabandha, gaze towards the sky, and chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Agrasanam cha paramam pradhamam Parshvadasanamapyadham Madhyasanam tadaivanyat Simhasanamapyuchyate. Next is the Parshvadasana on the opposite side of being in the same position. Now just change the hands onto the opposite side. So support your head above with another arm crossed and the opposite arm extended straight above. Visualize an axe suspended in space, slicing through the obstacles beside your body. Breathe in Kevala Kumbhaka, engage the Mulabandha, gaze towards the sky and chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Agrasanam cha pratamam Parasvadasanamapyadham Madhyasanam tadaivanyat Simhasanamapuchyate. Next, we'll be moving on to the Smasana Vasana. Now lay down your back with legs extended and feet relaxed. Rest your arms slightly away from your body with your palms facing up. Let your shoulders soften into the mat. Place the hands comfortably at your sides for ease. Avoid tension, your jaw, or holding your breath. Visualize your body lying in a cremation ground. Hold the Shakti Charana Mudra. Awaken the base energy with steady intent. Drawing prana upward to the spine. Breathe in Kevala Kumbhaka. Engage the Mula Bandha. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra. And chanting the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vasanavasanamasadhya Deham Dhyayet Prajvalitam. Now we came to the end of the Vinyasa Krama. Panchama Vinyasa Krama. Now we'll be starting the Vinyasa Krama. Relax in this position for a few minutes, and then we'll start from the Vinyasa Krama.
Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivam.
Now, come back to your body. Slowly come back to the seated position. Now we'll be starting the Prathama Vinyasa Krama. The first asana in the sequence is a Sukhasana. Now sit in a cross-legged position with the spine straight, head, neck, and spine is straight. Rest your hands slightly on the knees, holding the hands in the Bindu Mudra, touching thumbs and index finger together. Visualize yourself seated as the Lord Shiva upon the Mount Kailash. Hold in Bindu Mudra. Breathe in Samana Kumbhaka. Engage the Mahamudra Bandha to contract the perineal floor. and tuck the chin to the chest and draw the abdomen inward and up. Gaze forward as you chant the japa internally. Soham, Soham. Tatsukhasanamithyuktam ashatatsasamachare asanam vijitam yena jitam tena jagatrayam. Next, we'll be moving on to the Padmasana. Now bring your feet into your Padmasana, Parvatasana. Press the palms together at the chest and stretch the arms over the head with elbows straight and the spine long. Visualize yourself as Mount Kailash, completely unmoving and stable. Hold the hands in Anjali Mudra. Breathe in Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply. Visualizing the heat flames rising up along the spine. Maintaining the awareness, the digestive fire of the navel center, and hold the breath as long as comfortable. And then exhale. Hold the Mahamudra Bandha. Contract your cranium floor, Mula Bandha. Tuck the chin to the chest in Jandra Bandha. And suck your stomach in and up in Uddiyana Bandha. Gaze forward as you keep chanting japa internally. Soham, Soham. अथवक्षे महादेवा पर्वतासनमङ्गलम् यत्कृत्वा स्थिररूपी स्यात् षट्चक्रादिविलोपनम्. Next is a Hali Pavasana. Now start seated with your soles together in front of you, the heels near the groin, relaxing the hips. Interlace your hands behind you. Now bend forward and gently towards the floor behind the toes. Keep the spine straight and shoulders relaxed. Visualize yourself as a fluff, strong and unwavering, cutting through the field with firmness. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra. Breathe in Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply. As you are aware of the digestive fire at the navel center, and hold the breath as long as you are comfortable, and then slowly exhale. Engage the Mahamudra Bandha. Gaze to the nose as you keep chanting the japa. Soham. Purvavidyaho me jano bhopakatali samputadhano Pushtipacheto vo karya vo dachina taraso vam gahavo. Next we'll be moving on to the Nagi Pavasana. Now being in the same position, just release your hands and bring it here in front. Extend your hands in front of you. Holding your hands in a cupped form. Visualize yourself as a snake, silent and alert in stillness. Breathe in Samana Kumbhaka. Engage the Mahamudra Bandha. Continue to engage in Mahamudra Bandha, all the three bandhas together. Gaze to the nose As you chant japa internally, Soham. Purava vid pariyagane nicho hoi kalhoni phanasyo lagaye. Next is the Kokilasana. Now, gently hold the big toes with the index fingers and then extend the legs straight out. Then lift the legs fully upwards, cross the ankles, folding the legs into the secure lotus position. Lean forward and gradually lower down onto the supported elbows. Lengthen the spine. Visualize yourself as a cuckoo known for clarity of voice and auspicious presence. Hold the pranamudra. Then we hold in the big toes in pranamudra. Breathe in samana kumbhaka. Engage the mahamudra bandha. Gaze forward as you keep chanting the japa. Soham. Dhanyadasanam bhakshe yena siddho bhave naraha. Akasmat vayu sancharam kokilakhyasana cha. Next is the Nithyananda. Now, with your legs on the opposite knees, cross your arms, grasping your elbows gently in front of you, and rotate your arms circularly, bringing the forearms above the head and elongating the shoulders. Maintain and upright the chest with the spine tall. Visualize prana flowing through your every channel, simply washing away the impurities. Breathe in samana kumbhaka. Engage the mahamudra bandha. Gaze to the nose and chanting the japa. Soham. Goda bhava padakima ashama hili soya dacharan ko varlota paragalpa samoya. Next is the Gajasana. Now start in a plank position, pressing your palms firmly beneath the shoulders, chest very strong. Lift your hips up and in a controlled motion, scoop your chest low, bring your nose towards the ground, and continue to flow your body upward and back to the starting position. Repeat this rhythm gracefully. Visualize yourself as a mighty elephant, steady and calm, in immense strength. Breathe in samana kumbhaka, engage the uddiyana bandha. Chanting japa internally. Soham. Mujjam padagre bhumo kritva lambhivo yamastagagre nidhaya. Next we'll be moving on to the Rakshasana. So now being in the same position of Gajasana. Alternate pressing the each heel downward, touching the tails and calves, raising opposite heels up upward of the ground. Shoulders remain open. Visualize yourself as a bear, grounded within strength and presence. Breathe in Samana Kumbhaka. Engage the Uddiyana Bandha. Gaze forward and keep chanting the japa. Soham. एकैकं पादमाकुञ्च गजासनं कुर्यात् रक्षासनं भवति. Next is the Vaishyasana. Stand tall, raise upon your toes, balancing on top of your big toes. Now place the middle index and ring fingers upon the center of your chest in Hridaya Mudra. Visualize yourself as a Vaishya, steady in industriousness and resourceful creativity. Breathe in Samana Kumbhaka, engage the Uddiyana Bandha, suck your stomach in and up. Gaze forward as you keep chanting the japa Soham. केशेन पादयुगलं बद्ध्वा मुखः अथ वैश्यावक्षे यत्कृत्वा सत्यवान् भवेत्. Next we'll be doing the Urdhvajanukarana. As you are standing, bend down little bit into the knees and come into the Arayamandi position. Let's bring both the hands to the chest and rotate your hand on the opposite side in a full circle along with your legs, and keep repeating on the opposites on the both sides. This is the Urdhvajanukarana. Next we move on to the Balalinga asana. Now draw one knee upwards, hugging gently towards the chest with fingers interlaced around the shin. Keep your spine straight, chest up. Now visualize yourself carrying a baby in your arms. Breathe in Samana Kumbhaka. Engage the Mahamudra Bandha. Doing all the three bandhas, Mula Bandha, Dhyana Bandha, and Jalandhara Bandha. Gaze forward. Keep chanting Vijapa internally. Soham. Ekam Janusyalingyam Statavyam Balalinganam Bhavati. Next is a Padapidhanasana. Now stand tall and open. Bend the leg, drawing foot behind near the buttocks. With your foot firmly with both the hands and pull the heel back. Interlace the fingers around the leg, around the feet in Paramashiva Mudra. Visualize yourself grounding firmly as if pressing the feet into the earth. Breathe in Samana Kumbhaka. Engage the Mahamudra Bandha. Gaze forward and chanting the japa. Soham. Sit like Asmin Padatale Karabhyam Vesta Yetanam पृष्ठे संस्थाप्येत्नेन पादपीडनमासनम्. Next, we'll be moving on Natarajasana. Now bend one leg and pull your foot backwards, grasping the soles firmly from the inside. As you pull the foot backwards up, simultaneously engage the hip and drive the foot higher. Keep the opposite foot straight and extend the hand forward in a Bindu Mudra. Tilt your torso down while keeping the chest raised. Maintain the gaze steady and balanced in front of you as you stretch your standing leg hamstrings and drive the back leg higher. Visualize yourself as Nataraja, the cosmic dancer. Breathe in Samana Kumbhaka. Engage the Mula Bandha. Gaze forward. And chanting the japa. Soham. Uttanapadam Kraunchajja Maricham Veerabhadrakam. Natarajam Trikonam Cha Sattangushtha Prasarane. Next we'll be repeating the Balalinga asana on the other side. Now bend the other knee towards the chest and hold the knee, the fingers interlaced in Sarvavashankari Mudra. Visualize yourself carrying the baby. Breathe in Samana Kumbhaka. Engage the Mahamudra Bandha. Gaze forward as we keep chanting with the power. Soham. Ekam Januvarsiyalinga Statavyam Balalinganam Bhavati. Next is the Padapidanasana on the other side. Now bend the other leg towards your buttocks and hold the feet in Pranamudra and Parshamudra. Breathe in Samana Kumbhaka. Visualize yourself grounding firmly. Engage the Mahamudra Bandha. Gaze forward and chanting the japa. Soham. Titvai padatale karabhyam veshta yettanam. Pृष्ठे संस्थाप्येत्नेन पादपीडनमासनम्. Next is a Natarajasana on the opposite side. Now extend your leg back and high, holding on to the feet with the same hand. Now stretch your other hand forward and bend, lean forward a bit and hold the hand in the Bindu Mudra. Gaze forward. Engage the Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as Nataraja. Breathe in Samana Kumbhaka. Chanting the japa. O Soham. Uttanapadam Kraunchanja Maricham Veerabhadrakam. Natarajan Trikonam Cha Sattangushtha Prasarane. Now, next is Ardharechita Karana. Now, come to the Arenali position. Then bend onto the knees a bit. And heels together, toes apart. Bring the toes of the left leg into the back of the other leg. Then bring one hand to the chest, another hand swing from front to back, and repeat this same on the other side. Now relax. Next is your skeleton dance. Now visualize yourself as complete bone structure. No muscles, no skin, just the pure bones. You start shaking your body chaotically. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your body intensely. Shake all the parts of your body while keeping the visualization. Last 30 seconds. Keep shaking. Shake, shake, shake. You slowly relax. Stand still wherever you are. Don't adjust yourself. Just breathe deeply. Inhale and exhale. Feel the prana flowing through the whole body. With the tip of your fingers and the legs. Feel the head. Relax your breath. Now let's move on to the next asana. Now next is the Katicina Karana. Now come back to the Arimandi position and cross your arms on top of your head and twist your body to one side, opening the arms and come back to the center and then repeat that again on the other side. Now keep doing this. So next we'll be moving on to the Tadasana. So stand on the toes. Extend your both arms above the elbows straight, reaching the tip of the fingers high. Keep the spine straight. Visualize yourself as a mountain, tall and unwavering. Breathe in Samana Kumbhaka. Engage the Mahamudra Bandha. Gaze forward as you chant the japa. Soham. Mahamudra Buddha Kono Tadasana Vibhedakan. Vinota Anumsada Kuryad Antarvatni Patipriyam. Now next we'll be moving on to the Pranasana. Now bend forward and bring the hands onto the ground. Touch your head to the knees as much as possible. If you are feeling stiff, then keep swinging. You try to bring the head to the knees. Keep the palms flat on the ground next to the respective feet. Lower your head near the knees. Visualize yourself folding forward like a flowing current of energy. Breathe in Samana Kumbhaka. Engage the Mula Bandha. Gaze forward. As you keep chanting the japa. Shivoham. Mahamudra Kono Tarasana Vidhedakan. Vinota Anamsada Kuryadantarvatni Patipriya. Next is the Tarakshasana. Now come on to the plank position. On your palms and the feet, keep your shoulders engaged, elbows locked, knees straight and core tight. On this position, tuck your chin to the chest, Anjandra Bandha, and rotate your head from side to side. Visualize yourself as a star shining steady in vast space. Breathe in Samana Kumbhaka. Gaze forward and keep chanting the japa Shivoham. गजासनस्थित्वा मस्तकं वारं वारं दक्षिणकुक्षं सव्यकुक्षं नयेत् परश्वासनं भवति. Relax next move on to the Bhujangasana. Now lie on your stomach with your legs extended and toes relaxed. Place your palms next to the chest. Inhale and lift your chest gently, keeping your belly grounded. Keep your shoulders relaxed and gaze forward. Breathe deeply. Visualize yourself as a cobra, coiled strength, raising upward to the spine. Do the Bhujangani Mudra. Open the mouth and inhale through the mouth and exhale through the nose. Gaze towards the third eye. Engage the Mula Bandha. Keep chanting the japa. Shivoham. Angushtanadiparyantam madobhomo vinyaset. Karadhyam chadradam dhritva urdhasheshapanibahi. Next we will be moving on to the Shashasana. Now come back to the plank position. Onto your palms. Now quickly drive onto the knees and towards the chest. Then switch the legs into the smooth running like motion. Visualize yourself as a swift rabbit, agile and alert. Breathe in Samana Kumbhaka. Engage the Mula Bandha. Keep chanting the japa Shivoham internally. Gajasanamastito janadvayamakuncha varam varam kartavyam Shasanam bhavati. Next is the Rathasana. Now bring in the same position, plank position. Bring one foot in front between your palms and then switch the legs alternatively. Visualize yourself as a chariot, reading Samana Kumbhaka, engage the Mula Bandha, and chanting the japa, So Shivoham. यजासनमस्थितो एकैकं पादं पुरोमार्गेण भ्रामयित्वा कर्तव्यं तथासनं भवति. Next is the Virabhadrasana. Now stand tall and step 1 foot forward, bending the front knee to the 90 degrees, with the thighs parallel to the floor. Extend the back leg straight, hanging the toes at 45 degrees. Raise your arms over the head. Twist your torso so you're facing straight forward. Visualize yourself as Lord Virabhadra, the fierce warrior of Shiva, Paramashiva. Engage the Uddiyana Bandha. Gaze to the third eye, chanting Japa, Shivoham. Vasistamadakaundinyam Mudrakupputameva cha Astavakramatotthanam Mayoram Setubandhanam. Now repeat the Virabhadrasana on the other side. As you change the legs, shift the legs onto the other side and bend the knees into the 90 degrees. Hands raised up over the head. Gaze to the third eye. Visualize yourself as Virabhadra. You keep chanting Japa internally. Shivoham. Vasistamadakaundinyam Mudrakupputameva cha Astavakramatotthanam Mayoram Setubandhanam. Now relax and lay down on your back. Extend your legs. Palms straight, facing upwards into the Shavasana. As we come to the conclusion of today's Nithyananda Yoga, hold yourself in hold the Shakti Charana Mudra. Visualize the Kundalini Shakti is raising from Mooladhara to Swadhisthana, Sahasrara.
Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivam. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
एवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् नित्यानंद परमार्पणमस्तु ओम नित्यानंदम. Thank you for joining today's Nithyananda Yoga. Let's gather tomorrow at the same time. Thank you, Nithyanandam.